Hey everyone, my name is Karen Waksman and I'm the founder of a company called Retail MBA. And today I want to talk about getting your product sold at Whole Foods. Now, the reason why I decided to create this particular segment is because I teach thousands of product companies across the country on how to get your products into stores. And people always ask me about Whole Foods. They ask me about other retailers, but Whole Foods seems to come up often. So what I wanted to do in this particular segment is to really just empower you and inspire you to succeed by giving you some nuggets of information to help you think through getting your product into that store. So let's talk about Whole Foods. Well, there's one thing that I can think of right off the top of my head that I think is important for you to know. So when you try and get your products into a major retailer, say a Walgreens or a Walmart or some other major retailer, what typically happens is they have one buyer who buys for all of their stores. So they typically have one corporate buyer who buys products for all of their stores. So if you have specialty food product, there's typically a specialty food buyer or something to that extent at these major retailers. And the good news is one buyer can buy lots of units of your product because they buy for all of their stores. Now, the difference between another retailer and Whole Foods is that Whole Foods actually buys on a regional level, which I actually think is pretty cool, especially for a company who's kind of new to the field or who is just getting started with Whole Foods or trying to get products into Whole Foods, because what that means for you is that you can actually potentially reach out to several different buyers within Whole Foods to potentially get your products into them. So let me explain. So, if you go after say a Walgreens or some other major retailer, right? And, that buyer doesn't like your product, you pretty much can't get your product into that store until another buyer shows up or there's some other reason why you can get that product to that store. So, if the buyer says no, it kind of shuts you down. But with Whole Foods, they set it up regionally. So there's a buyer who buys products for just that region. There's so many variables of regions that they are responsible for. So what that means to you is that there is a buyer for one region and another buyer for another region and so forth. So you could conceivably reach out to one buyer at Whole Foods. The buyer can say yes to you. That would be great, and you can sell your products to them for that region. Or they could say no to you. But either way, you have several other buyers within Whole Foods that you can sell to. My purpose in explaining this to you is that there's lots of opportunity to make money at Whole Foods. One buyer might not have enough budget to buy your product, but in another region, that same buyer might be able to buy products for that particular region. So the ultimate goal here is to help you make money. And so if you know that, if one Whole Foods buyer says no to you, you can go to another Whole Foods region and find that buyer and reach out to them accordingly. So that's just some food for thought on getting your products into Whole Foods. And obviously, if you want to learn the exact steps from start to finish on how to get a product into a retailer such as Whole Foods, please take a look at my Retail MBA Training Program. It is the most comprehensive course available today on the subject of selling to stores. Anyways, I hope that provided value for you. Please take a look at the links below this video to get additional information about Retail MBA. And also, please make sure to take a look at the other training videos that I'm creating on different retailers. I'm giving just nuggets of information to really support you in helping you get your products into stores. So anyways, I really hope that provided value for you, and I look forward to continuing this conversation with you with other training videos. Thanks so much.